down the sources that I have used, and I would attribute my source list to Akshay Jain sir. So this is not my source list. I'm telling you again, I followed his. First of all, I picked up his book, which is called Anthropology Demystified by Akshay Jain sir. Then I ordered Ved sir's notes for the same. I did not take a coaching for anthropology. So if you are wondering if you can study anthropology on your own or optional subject on your own, yes, you can do that if you have your sources identified. So Anthropology Demystified by Akshay Jain sir. Ved sir's notes, which you can always order online. They are available on Amazon as well. For socio-cultural anthropology, so I'll divide paper 1 into socio-cultural anthropology, physical anthropology, archaeology, into 3. And socio-cultural anthropology, there is a book called In Search of Ourselves by Ved sir, so you can always refer to that. History of anthropological thought, Upadhyay and Pandey, very, very important, but that can be you can also find the crisp, it in a crisp form. So it's a very bulky book. It's about 300 plus pages. If you're not able to read that, what you can do is you can read this anthropological theories, which is the 6th unit in paper 1, from Akshay Jain sir's book, which is called Anthropology Demystified, and he has comprised it into 40 pages. So 300 pages versus 40 pages, the choice is yours. So yes, it's Socio-Cultural Anthropology, In Search of Ourselves by Ved sir, History of Anthropological Thought by Upadhyay and Pandey, or Unit 6 of Anthropology Demystified by Akshay Jain sir. Physical Anthropology, if we talk about that, then there is a book called Physical Anthropology by P. Nath, which is very, very, very good in terms of your molecular aspects or your cellular aspects. It is very good book. So you can always refer to that. Archaeology, there is a book by D.K. Bhattacharya, which is by far the best book on archaeology, which will help you for both archaeology in paper 1 and archaeology in paper 2 as well. It's by D.K. Bhattacharya, an outline of Indian prehistory. Amazing, amazing book to follow up. And it's also very, it's not a very bulky book. So बहुत छोटी book है वो. It comprise about 60 pages. Can be easily covered, like easily covered in 3 days if you study for about 6 to 8 hours per day. Then come to paper 2, you have Indian Anthropology, which the book itself is called Indian Anthropology by Nadeem Hasnan, and then you have Tribal Sphere again by Nadeem Hasnan. Then you can always supplement them with certain topics you are not able to find in these sources, you can always search them on EPG Pathshala. So again, what you do is you write the topic which you are searching for, and then you do EPG Pathshala, and you'll find an entire 1-hour lecture on the same. And then you can always follow some test series. I've been told that Vision IAS is starting with anthropology test series this year. The one that I followed was L2A. And so they always evaluate your answers, and after evaluation they actually release their answer key for the same. So those answers you can also follow up. Those are also very great. And when it comes to anthropology, I would highly recommend that you do the previous year question papers from about 1990. Because the subject is not very current oriented, it is kind of static, and we see repetition of questions year after year. So there are chances that if you do your, if you see previous year questions from 1990 onwards till maybe 2022, then you'll find at least 6-7 questions which would be similar to the previous year questions. So that is all about anthropology.